Shut up.
Shut up, bitch.
Shut the hell up.
All right. Hey, do you guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and get a recap for you, I guess. Last time we started Christmas week. We had successful hunting. We decorated the house. Dot brought home a Christmas tree, which I believe was a twig. And
And I put it in a cup.
and Percy and Aloe decorated the house by putting more sticks around everywhere. We're trying our best. The night before we were going to celebrate Christmas, Isaac and Lee came over with some Christmas gifts, which was fruit, paper dolls, and a fruit cake. You convinced them to stay over for dinner. So Isaac, being 11, decided to sing everyone a beautiful rendition of, I believe it was Silent Night, possibly Jingle Bells, cannot remember.
Jingle bells. It was Jingle Bells.
Definitely was Jingle Bells at some point. Cormac took a walk, and he noted that Tarek's group, one of the houses, was completely dark, no fire going or anything. He then suddenly found himself in a standoff with Tarek, who basically just asked him where his kids were and was going to rain apparently hellfire upon you if his kids were not returned. So they left. They left all their stuff with you guys, but they left. And then you decided to go investigate the houses. Venice and Dot did a little stakeout in front of Tarek's place where you saw him dancing with Emma, the robot.
Emma.
And everyone else, Aloe stayed home. That's important. Aloe stayed home. Everyone else went to the empty place, found it completely empty, as if no one had ever really lived there. Just fucking cleared out. You were eventually noticed by somebody who called attention. All hell kind of broke loose as everyone started yelling. Tarek came out looking for a fight. And you ran because we can't fight him yet. This is a whole arc. We can't just fight him yet, you know?
You can't fight when you see each other.
Exactly. The next day, you guys actually celebrated Christmas and gave each other your gifts, which is super cute. And then right there at the end, there was another knock at the door. And standing outside was Impala and Scarab, and Scarab walked up and said, "Merry Christmas." And that's where we are now.
End of campaign.
That was it. Thank you guys so much for playing. So Impala and Scarab walk in. They are both bundled up. Many layers. You can see many layers of scarves, jackets. Both of them still have their masks on, obviously, but they look to have like maybe some like head covering just behind it. They walk in. Impala, I believe, is currently hugging Dot.
Yeah.
And yeah, they walk in. What's going on? Also, everyone, we didn't mention this, on the recording last time. Everyone's cabin fever has been cured because of Christmas magic.
Hell yeah.
Christmas cheer.
Christmas cheer. You guys are all right in the head one more time.
For now. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I would like to squeeze Impala tight continuously and ask her what she's doing here.
How did you find us?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. She's hugging you very, very tightly. Scarab speaks. He says, Rat Food found us. He said that you guys were around here. We used to go on this trade route, but we really, really don't anymore. Rat Food said you guys were down here, so we kind of booked it to maybe catch you before you left.
Well, we're sure glad you did.
Yeah. Impala finally lets go of you, Dot.
I don't let go of her.
She moves away enough that she can face everybody else. And she says, "We brought food for everybody so we can have a little bit of, a little dinner together, but you know, if it's all right, we can stay here for a little while. We can also go if you want us to. We don't we don't have to stay. And Scarab's like, yeah, whatever you guys need, we'll be very accommodating. We know we're kind of here on your guys' space right now.
We'll think about it. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can stay. I don't even talk about it with the group. I just say yeah.
Awesome. So they move into the house. They take off their packs that they were wearing. And yeah, they do not remove their masks as they move inside, but they do remove a couple layers of cloaks, scarves that they were wearing, and just kind of set them down in a corner. And Scarab turns to you guys. He's like, it's been a little while since we've seen you. I think last time we saw you, you were stealing a militant van and driving away into the sunrise. I believe it was the last time that we saw you guys.
Yep.
So I mean,
another one? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, how are y'all doing? It's been a second.
Did you see us set the other ones on fire?
Yeah, we were there for that.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, no, we're off the side getting patched up because we almost died at that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been pretty wild. God, what did happen? We were gonna go to this place called like Nebraska, and
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just didn't because like that's like super like militant heavy currently, I guess. And then we didn't go there, so then we decided, it's getting cold. We better find somewhere to go. I don't know if I'm forgetting something now that I'm saying
The entire Ophelia arc happened between.
Oh yeah, holy shit! And then Venice's ex-girlfriend was like, hey,
Kidnapped her.
Yeah, and then Cormac said, let's just kidnap her. And then we were going to Nebraska, and then we were not going to Nebraska, but we still had her in our custody, and she was with us for a long ass time, and she is not with us anymore because our DM was probably sick of role-playing as too many different people.
Yeah, cool. Those words made sense to me. Yeah.
And now we're here.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
Crazy. It seems like a lot has happened between the last time we saw you and now. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I mean, how long have you guys been here?
A month?
Yeah.
Feels like a couple months.
Like a month or two.
Than that. So how come you guys don't come through here anymore, usually on your route?
Scarab looks at Impala, just like makes eye contact, which is kind of weird because they both are wearing masks, so there isn't a whole lot of eye contact to make. Hi, Michaela. Hey, what's up? We've already started, by the way. Oh.
Nope.
No.
Not hit, babes.
All right. They look at each other. Scarab says, well, I used to come down here as part of my regular route for winter. I'm sure you've met a couple other masks that come through here. Unfortunately, Impala speaks. She's like, unfortunately, the people on this route don't really we don't really get along with the people on this route anymore, so we don't really take it that much.
Oh, so you guys don't fuck with Tarek. Got it.
Oh, did you meet him? Yeah, he fucking
Unfortunately,
sucks.
yeah.
We met him.
Yeah.
He stabbed him.
He
So,
did?
Yeah, he really fucking did. Yeah.
You know, good, but also, yeah. Yeah, me and him don't get along very well, so yeah, we haven't been coming down here the last 2
You're
years.
gonna get right in with us.
Oh, wonderful. I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I work for the people. Yeah, so well, we heard you guys were down here. Rat food comes down here still, so you know, he told us that you guys are down here, so we can make a little pit stop. We can put aside. We don't have to see him, you know. That's what we thought. We don't have to see him when we're down here.
There you go. Who needs them? We sure don't.
Yeah.
How do you guys travel in the winter?
Impala says, oh, I mean, we like kind of what we're doing, you know, we camp out wherever we can. If we have some, you know, friends or at least buyers, we can try to stay with them for the night. Otherwise, I am literally wearing about 13 layers right now. So we will do our best, you know, to try to stay warm.
That sucks.
It's not ideal, but you know, we got a job to do. We can't also hibernate. We got people that we got to get to.
I just imagine them actually like having a snowplow parked behind the garage or something.
But so they kind of look around like, all right. I mean, we've brought a little bit of food with us. We also have, you know, some more blankets. I've made a couple more blankets, some shawls. I don't know if anyone wants anything like that. But you know, we can. Have you guys already eaten? Did we already miss it?
Is it the morning?
It's night.
All right.
We've eaten, but there's. When's the last time any of us were ever full?
Oh my god. You know what? There's room for more.
Don't answer that.
Okay.
Impala, Cormac, you say that. Impala grabs your shoulder and says, let her speak. She says, Dot, honey, what would you like us to do?
To do?
Mm-hmm. Do we want to eat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eat and like let's catch up and like
Absolutely. Wonderful. They put down their packs, they grab out a bunch of different supplies. You see some cans, you see like little tiny jars. And they go, you have a kitchen? We can just start getting working. And they both just start making food for you all.
oh, I would like to help them so I don't feel shitty.
Wonderful. Go ahead. Anyone who would like to help them, just roll a straight D20.
I rolled a nat 1.
You
I can't figure out this can opener.
Can opener, I hardly know her.
Can't opener?
All right, everyone. Dot, you are trying to help them. You can see Impala and Scarab are like moving around each other. It's almost like a dance that they have figured out. Like they're so effortlessly like moving around this kitchen, adding things, getting the fire going, getting everything moving. You like try to like jump in and like try to just hand them things. And with a nat 1, you do end up just like dropping one of like their jars of like a spice that they have. And it just kind of like shatters on the floor. And it you know, they pause for just a second. Impala just like steps back out of the kitchen area. She said, honey, don't worry, let me clean this up for you. Why don't you go back and hang out with your friends, okay?
Like old times.
Just like old times, honey.
Okay.
And they just kind of get to it. They clean all that up. So what are you, as they are all preparing food, it starts to smell so wonderful in the house. What are y'all doing?
Cormac is kicking back and relaxing and enjoying the smell of decent cooking.
Setting the table instead.
Oh, and you're gonna make Cormac look bad.
Yeah, that's what I was born to do.
Ugh.
I think Letty's gonna just kind of maybe keep watch.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Jeez. Ooh, that is a natural too, but we'll see. So a whopping 8.
Jesus.
Is it nighttime? Can I add my goggles?
It is nighttime, but you don't see anything.
Okay.
Shit.
Guys, coast is clear.
Something is
No worries here.
Wonderful.
I'm just gonna curl up in a corner with Aloe and start writing in my book.
He is very like the second you like crack it open, he's like immediately like just like ready. He's waiting.
Something I
You
wanted
wanna-
to ask you last time, but never got around to it. You're aware of is Percy aware of Life Day,
No.
Star Wars Holiday Special?
Oh, Life Day?
That's in the holiday. in
Is
the
that what they
Star
call
Wars.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Then yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, does Percy have any ideas of what she wants to write down, or is she just gonna start writing?
Just gonna ask Aloe. Do you want to help me write this?
He looks back at you, he's like, I mean, I wouldn't really know what, I guess, well, okay, do we want to write a story, like with like a beginning, middle, end, like make something up, or do we want to just write about like whatever we're doing?
I don't know. Maybe both?
That'd be cool. Okay. Then where should we start?
Hmm. Do we start now or do we start like from the beginning?
Yeah, because we could either start when, I mean, it depends on, we can start, I mean, it's your book, so you can start from like your childhood, or like whenever, like when you met me, or right now.
Well, now I'm just confused.
Me too.
I don't know what I want to write about.
You don't have to write in it right now. I mean, maybe we can keep brainstorming.
Yeah, let's do that.
So are we thinking like first person or like third person?
Third person?
Third person. Classic. Gotcha. Sometimes first person gets a little like alienating. It's like, I'm doing this. Like, no, I'm not. You are. Words.
I hate Alice so much.
Oh my god, leave him alone.
No.
Yeah, you start brainstorming. I don't know if you ever already put like any like pen to paper, but you guys are kind of like brainstorming what to write. And after a little while, Scarab and Impala reemerge from the kitchen, and they have just a nice little what's a classic fucking Christmas meat to do? Ham?
And roast beasts.
Roast beast. They have a nice little ham.
Ham is a boy.
and they bring it out. Dot has already basically set the table. They set it out. It smells so amazing.
Oh goodness, this is like the best thing I've ever had. What? How did you do this, bro?
And I was like, listen, I had like 20 years as a nanny. Like, I know how to cook. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Hard.
Were you those two? Were you their nanny? Wait, do I know this?
Yes, I believe so. She does make a quick glance at both of you. Not that you can like see her face, she's still wearing her mask. But she definitely gives a quick like, oh shit, how much do these people know? Sort of look at you. Both.
I mean, you immediately hugged them when you opened the door.
Yeah. I sort of forgot. Yeah. I mean, yes.
Forget about
Yes. I don't know
So
what
you-
they've told you, but yes, I was.
So you know the ins and outs of the bourgeoisie.
I wouldn't quite say that.
No. Okay.
I mean, go. What do you want to know? Let's see what I can answer for you.
I don't know what I want to know.
She crosses her hand. She's like, interesting. Okay. I'm trying to remember if she knows your guys' names. I don't know if you ever introduced yourself to her.
I don't know either. How much involvement did they have with the militants?
Who? This family? She points
Yeah.
at these two. I mean, that wasn't their like whole deal. You know, they did other stuff.
Okay.
What other stuff, if you don't mind us asking?
She makes another glance towards Cormac and Dutch. She goes, you know, they're gonna have to tell you some things because at the same time, I'm still a person behind a mask. There's only so much I want to tell you about who I was before. You got, you know,
Yeah,
just the
sure.
safety. I don't think I even know you guys' names, you know?
Wait, for real? I'm Letty. Nice to meet you. I think we ran into each other in that back alley, and you gave me this cool cloak. I
Oh
think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Totally.
that's
In Venice.
And Venice.
hello.
Oh, Aloe.
Alec, gotcha.
Yeah, if you see that cool bandana he's wearing,
I love it. I love it.
crafted it myself by hand. Just a bandana made out of skin. Imagine.
Yuck.
You know, because just different these days.
And then she does turn towards you, Dutch, and she leans in closer a little bit. She goes, do I know your name right now?
I don't know. Corbin, does she know my name? Wait a second. I don't think everyone knows. I think everyone I don't think the characters know my name. I don't know. Michaela, have you called me by my other name?
I don't think
No, you
so.
haven't. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. She turns towards Cormac. She's like, both of you, I don't know your name right now.
You're muted, babes.
No.
Which names are you talking about? Like, whatever. Nope. Sorry.
You can call me Cormac.
Cormac. Gotcha.
Wait, no. And I'm Dot.
And Dot. Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. You guys enjoy a lovely dinner as prepared by Scarab and Impala. They just kind of ask you about like where you've been, like how you found this town. Just kind of like get caught up since they've last seen you. And they say, at some point they go, Scarab says, I mean, it's been a while, you guys have obviously been moving. Do you see what happened after you took down that convoy?
Oh,
What happened?
Well, you really, really scared them, I will say. Because let me tell you, that town of Cheyenne is kind of fully under lockdown right now. You know, there's a real big militant presence there. Like it was crazy. They're like, we got big trucks going in, moving stuff in there. We got vehicles full of soldiers going in. Like, you really scared them. I mean, I'm sure they're working on other stuff, but like, they noticed that sort of thing, you know? They got them worried, but at the same time, a lot of, other people, like, the regular everyday people see that and like, oh, they scared them, like, you guys did an amazing thing. You took down a full militant convoy with like you guys and like a bunch of random no-named NPCs that I didn't put enough thought into. Yeah, I mean, you guys really, you caused a whole scene, and now there's like a lot of other groups kind of making moves like that. So I mean, hey, good work on that one.
where else are they making these disruptions, these scenes? Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's people moving out of Cheyenne like very quick. As soon as they're going to lockdown, you got a whole bunch of regular people moving out. A lot of them are meeting up you got Casper, we got some people meeting up in there. Not a whole lot. I mean, there's still a presence in there. They're also, I mean, they're locking down Yellowstone too, that area.
Ooh.
They got a bunch of people going in there, locking down. It's getting real violent up there. They're like really like chasing anyone who isn't like supposed to be there, even like around the area. They got like patrols going on. Like, these guys are scared of stuff.
Do you know, has any of these little groups started to coalesce at all? Like, is there any sort of leadership going on, or is it just kind of scattered?
Yeah, not really that we can tell any sort of leadership. I mean, they share information, but there's no like one person like heading it. I mean, there's no, out east, they all talk about like, oh, there's her, whoever she is. But as far as I can tell, we don't have any one person here.
Do you think there should be? Do you think that would inspire hope?
I don't know. Maybe leadership could be great. It's like, oh, here's one person we can all follow. But at the same time, power corrupts, and it's easier for these militants to find one person, get a face, and then they can all be after at least one person.
Crazy.
Mhm.
I don't know. Have we heard about her before? Can I roll something or
Yeah, definitely. Like
no?
Percy and Letty definitely have. Dot, why don't you go ahead and roll a history
what?
check?
That's a 7. So
A 7. You kind of remember, like
okay.
seeing maybe something about it, but it didn't really stick with you.
Yeah. Seems more accurate, even if I didn't roll good. If I remember. Okay.
Well, that's really cool that our actions were able to actually make a difference. That feels nice. I know we were kind of worried about that. Let's hope this whole lockdown thing doesn't end catastrophically, but nice to inspire something.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't, we're only in and out of those cities so often. I mean, we can't even get into Yellowstone anymore. The masks that did get out there's no re-entry at this point. But like, we can kind of get in and out of Cheyenne like a little bit, and I mean, they're scared, but they're also just like, we won a really small battle, right? But they're getting something together in there.
Think they're planning something?
Yeah, I mean, they got these big trucks moving stuff into Cheyenne, like they're loading something in there. They're really building in there, And that's what I've heard. Same thing at Yellowstone, like they're moving in like a lot of militants in there, like more than that place needs.
What? I feel like we've heard something about Yellowstone, but I was flipping through my notes and I couldn't find anything. Like, you guys remember anything about Yellowstone being significant? Like, what's going on up there? Anybody?
Sounds vaguely familiar to me.
Anyone who wants to can roll a history check.
16.
Oh,
Roll my second 5 in a row, so 10.
3.
Outstanding. Cool. Letty and Dot. You remember vaguely, this was like just some rumors were around that, yeah, Yellowstone, they're moving people in. I think this is not a new thing that you've heard, that they were getting like trucks into like the Yellowstone area, like moving people in, fortifying that area.
Do you think it has something to do with like weapons?
I think possibly. Yeah, Yellowstone's more of or Cheyenne like trains a lot of the militants, like a lot of important people live in the Yellowstone area, have like set up shop in there. Just got the guys who call the shots are kind of in that area. So obviously they're prepping for something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wild. That's intimidating and a little terrifying.
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna save that for a later conversation.
Huh. Where are they getting these troops? Like, where are they finding these people that they're bringing in?
I mean, a lot of them appear to be like out of state. I mean, I couldn't tell you exactly where. I mean, they're just militant, but like, you know, I think they're shipping them in from other places. So they must be planning something or like getting ready for something.
Don't they? It's not like they're just recruiting people too. Don't they like take kids and then raise them for that reason?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So there's that too.
Should we try and find out what's going on here?
No. Just move on. This isn't important.
Hard pass. We're going to Nebraska.
I will see this damn corn. Nah, I'm just kidding. We probably should.
I mean, if it's winter right now, they probably won't try and do anything until the spring. But I don't know.
Or did you say they have been moving people in, or
They have been.
so there's something amiss at? Okay.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
I feel like there isn't much we're gonna be able to do at this current moment. I don't know. Plus, we don't have wheels really anymore because our van remains sitting in the car, sitting in the garage. Not much gas in it. Shit's probably frozen. We haven't turned it on. The battery's definitely probably dead.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do a different car. That one's got a lot of backstory with it.
Oh, yeah, also, it's a dead giveaway.
It's a stolen militant
I
vehicle.
feel like, though, if you're just driving down the road in, like, a freaking Suburban, that also looks sus, because who's driving a Suburban? Who's driving an Impala down the highway, you know? Not just anyone.
Wild. Anything else happening in the world that we should know about?
Oh, yeah. Social media has come back in the Snapchat app. Pictures of the ghost now again, like the good old days.
Yeah, Skip's like, oh, I guess there was one other. I don't know if it's on your guys's, or if you even really care, but remember that guy? When we were doing this whole thing, we had cut him off. Flytrap. They think they found him. He's headed up. The last they saw, some merchant couldn't really stop him. Heading up. He was going west. He's heading up towards Lander, was where he said maybe he was going.
Why do they want Flytrap so bad?
What about what?
Why do they want him so bad? Because Ophelia wanted to find him too. And he's just a goon. What does he know?
Yeah, what do you guys know? Like, why does everyone seem to want Flytrap?
Well, it's a really big. Scarab says, Dot, I know you haven't been out here for like a while. If you're counting disorders. Flytrap used to be one of the bigger names in this part in terms of people making a difference, trying to get everything better. Him, Abel, as well as their other team member. They used to be like the big movers, used to be the ones like calling all the shots, like helping get people where they need to go, stopping militant action. Like they used to be the biggest pain in the militant side. So the fact that he defected, even if for a second, it's a big shock to everybody. All the masks know about it. A lot of other people would know that, you know, apparently these big, what used to be pillars of like hope and just like justice can just apparently be bought out at some point. Like there is a limit. So, you know, apparently if the militants want him, that's probably because he has information. People like you and me who want him is probably just, it's just a betrayal of trust.
Got it.
Dang.
So have you guys, either of you, seen Abel then recently?
We haven't seen him. Fucking idiot. Okay. You can tell Scarab says we haven't seen him, and you know he is lying. You don't need to roll for insight. He rolled a fucking nat 1 on his deception.
God. So let's rewind that because we know you're lying. So
He kind of like he stiffens for a second, goes, lying is a stretch. I simply did not tell the truth.
all right, you little asshole. Can Aloe get in on this somehow? I'm sure he would love to know how his dad is doing, or Percy.
Yeah, you're pissing me off.
All right. You know, my bad. Did not mean to, like, I haven't seen him. I've heard that he's out west.
So
And I've heard that Flytrap is probably after him.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean, he goes, Percy, Aloe, your dad was one of the best of all of us, right? He's great, has done so much for us. So when he doesn't want to be found, we can't find him. However, his old partner in crime definitely can, right? Knows him better than almost everyone, maybe except for your mom. With Flytrap having defected, people are looking at Abel to see if he's going to do the same thing, right? There's been rumors that he had. So Flytrap's after him for some reason. That's all this other merchant who had seen him got out of him. Going to Lander. Percy, can you make a history check with advantage? So it sounds like they're looking. It sounds like something between old comrades. You know, we're not our business.
25.
25.
Holy shit.
Percy. When they, oh fuck, where did I even put that? Jesus. When they mention Lander, you in an instant have like a little flashback moment. You have That's So Raven, Jimmy Neutron, Brain Blast. You're out of it for a second. And you remember yourself 5 years ago walking out of Yellowstone down a road. Your old mom just said goodbye, sent you with a pack of enough food for a couple days, and had just waved you off. And on the outside of a tiny little town, you're overlooking a gorgeous little mountainside. You remember the first time Abel knelt down next to you and asked you for your name. And this was right outside the town of Lander. That's where he found you. And apparently that's where he is back at.
You said you haven't seen him, but you were lying. Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him. I heard that he was out west, possibly in Lander.
Why do you think he's over there?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know how that guy works.
Was there anything else in Lander that I would remember that was of note?
You've been back there a couple times since you met them. It is like a spot that sometimes like you guys would camp out for a while or just stay in. Not too terribly long, just because it's like right outside of Yellowstone. It's basically the last stop until you're at the Yellowstone, like, hey, we're under like a strict like military like presence sort of area. So it is basically the farthest west that you guys go.
Okay. Okay. I know he probably wouldn't want us going there. He would probably think that we were messing with things. He probably sent us away for our own safety.
Aloe looks at you, he's like, yeah, but maybe, oh, he's smart enough to say this. He is. He says, well, I mean, maybe he's in Lander. I mean, he said we had to find him eventually, right? Like he's not leaving us forever. Maybe he's in Lander because that's an important spot for us. That'd be a place that we would go back to, right? Maybe he's just waiting for us there.
Maybe. I don't know. It'd be nice to see Dad again.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, I mean, personally for me, that's kind of all I want to do right now.
Right. And I want to ask him about all this junk that people are talking about him doing some bad shit. Like, what's that about?
Yeah, obviously Dad would never work with militants because why the fuck would he? Like he's like the coolest guy, obviously. Like he's done so much for like everyone, and that makes no sense. And I think that this guy is crazy. And Scarab's like, cool, right here.
Fuck you.
All right.
Where is Lander?
In the west.
I see it. We're not that far.
Do you tell us anything about where you met him at all?
No.
So are we thinking of potentially gonna go find him? Make sure he's safe? If the militants are after him, might as well.
I'm not the best with maps, but Lander, I believe, is more northwest, which I believe gets closer to Yellowstone. And if the militants are super duper in Yellowstone, they're probably also starting to spread from the west towards the center. So, like, I bet you the closer we get over there, the more militant presence there is just in general.
Those bastards are everywhere, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're freaking ladybugs, I tell ya.
How would you guys feel about Seeing your dad again.
I mean, excited, obviously. Would you want to see your dad again?
No.
Maybe that's a tough.
Hard no. Hard no on that one.
Oh, okay.
My brother, yeah, but no, not my dad. I think at one point we had the sneaking suspicion that maybe Abel was working with the militants.
Right.
What are we gonna do if that's true?
I don't know.
He's a good guy. He's really a good guy. I don't think he would do that without a very, very good reason.
Right. Exactly.
But maybe that's what people also thought of Flytrap.
Was anyone else interested in going over there?
I mean, we don't have anywhere else to go, right?
Not like we have bills or anything to pay.
I mean, were we planning on sticking out the rest of the winter here or just going for it?
Hey Reed, what has this winter been like? Is it kind of like crazy? I
It
don't know.
really hasn't been that bad so far.
Yeah.
How much of it is left?
Still got
Like-
like 2 months left of winter.
Dang. Midwinter. Are we gonna be able to stay here with Tarek? Because it's getting to be a lot more hostile to be in this
Pretty
city.
dicey.
You hear him pause like, oh, is he causing you trouble?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Are Isaac and what's his face still here?
No.
Oh, they left. Okay.
Lee, right?
Lee. Okay.
Lee.
We just start talking shit about Isaac's dad right in front of him. He's like, yeah,
What?
he's been kind of, like, yeah, he's been awful, but I mean, some of it kind of justified, Not some of it, just, okay, well, I kind of broke into his house.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah, I learned not to do that, so now I just stand outside of it. So,
What trouble did you have with him?
Oh, he isn't the biggest fan of he has a problem with people who are mutated. So me and him don't get along very well.
do you know anything about this robot he's making?
I don't. I got really grossed out by it. And then also he called me bad words, so then I left.
That's fair. Her name is Emma.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a human name.
Human name. Ugh.
Yeah, right? In that moment, I wished more than ever that my name was Emily. Anyway.
I think you're dealing with your trauma in a kind of unhealthy way.
I know you haven't been around this much because of just how you haven't been around these parts much because of him, because of just how he is. Is it hard for him Like, does it seem out of the ordinary that like half of this party would just kind of vanish?
Let's do both of them. Impala's like, I mean, now that you say it, when we didn't, and Scarab's like, I guess kind of, he does show up to town with a new group every year. It's not the same people who are with him every time.
What do you think's happening to those old groups of people?
I couldn't tell you. We are here when we used to come down here, and by we, I mean when Scarab used to come down here before I joined up. We're down here for like, what, 2 days, and then we're gone for like most of winter. It's, we pay attention enough because he's a pretty good customer, but at the same time, we're like, yeah, I gotta get going. You're just another face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of, it's a different crowd every year, minus his kids.
So you've met Isaac then?
Oh, we have, yes.
All right. Have you met Lee then too?
Yes, we have.
Okay.
Spooky. Why a different crowd every year? This guy just gets weirder and weirder the more that we think about it and talk to him and see him. He just freaks me out.
Yeah, a lot.
Hmm.
Uh,
You guys kind of finish up with dinner, we'll say. And they kind of put everything back into the kitchen. They kind of clean it a little bit, but mostly they just put it away. Move back into the kind of living room area. Okay. There is there's a moment, and Paula says, if you guys don't mind, can I speak to you two? She motions to Dot and Cormac. Can I have a word with you guys real quick? And Scarab's like, I'll entertain everybody else who definitely aren't mad at me right now. And Scarab begins to show you guys, especially Percy, his pack, which has a bunch of different like gadgets, like little tiny things that he's like collected around that he's kind of been like working on a little bit.
Gadgets, you say?
Yeah, he just kind of shows you in his pack because he would trade for like electrical wiring, stuff like that. He has like little like switches, little like basically like little like handyman stuff. Like if someone needed it, he might have a part for them. He's like, I remember when I found you guys at the top of that parking ramp a while ago. That's what you guys were pretty interested in. So I brought a little bit more. Maybe we could figure some of this stuff out. I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack, but like, maybe if we all put our heads together, we can figure something out.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, he kind of just like goes over, works himself with you. Meanwhile, Impala takes the other two of you. She fully's like, can we go upstairs real quick? Is that okay?
yeah. Open the door and have to climb over all that shit way up there.
Wonderful. She takes it upstairs. And once you guys are upstairs and away from everyone else, she takes off her mask. If you can see, it is still the same Amala that you guys grew up with, just how old? She's 10 years older now, hair graying a little bit, horns way bigger than the last time you guys saw her. But yeah, she takes off her mask, looks at you guys, and just says, I've missed you two so much. And just kind of reaches out and hugs the both of you. She says, I'm still so sorry that I had to leave when I did. I meant to stay longer.
That's okay. You needed to go.
Yeah. No, jeez. She fucking keep documents open. She's like, I'm sorry for them. The last time I saw you, I totally got freaked out. I assumed that you were dead. I mean, I'd heard some rumors that, you know, the kids went missing, and I assumed that someone had gotten rid of you in the, you know, name of the whatever. So I didn't know what to do when I saw you guys last time. How are you? Are you okay?
Surviving.
Just that.
How long have you been out?
Uh,
A year and a half?
see, the
Something-
campaign started, what, 6 months after we left?
Yes.
And how long is this campaign going on at this point?
You guys are approaching a year, I think. Yeah, like
Oh,
a year.
yeah, like a year and a half.
Mhm.
So that long.
She says, wonderful. This is selfish of me to say. Was my replacement any good?
No, she was a bad word.
Good. I knew I was the best there. I put in my time.
She didn't even do the voices. So,
You gotta do the voices.
fiscal
Put
bitch.
in some effort.
Not that I don't know if you were about to say something, but I don't want to bring this up, but have you heard anything about our parents doing some more fuck shit or anything like that?
She says, whatever your father broadcasts, of course I can hear. I was almost gonna ask you two, what were they planning before you left?
I don't remember. Oh my god. I was going to have to marry some icky looking boy.
Do you remember his name?
Eustace.
Do you remember his last name?
Yes. On Dago. There it is.
Amala's like, ugh,
Yeah.
what? That, listen, raising you, that was not something I was told was gonna happen to you. All right. I had very like, hey, listen, if I can set her up for, you know, give her all the care and set her up for success, whatever. That wasn't on the table when I was there. That you were just gonna get shipped off. It was still like a weird, like, hey, you know, you look after this one, make sure she's competition so that they fucking hate each other so much. Whatever. No, all I've heard, what I've heard, I mean, they're working on this, oh, what the fuck did I say? They're doing this thing with the mutants, right? Which is like, your father and mutants is obviously, you know, first-hand experience, not pleasant. So I don't know what the fuck he's doing with them now. I assume it's not good. There's no way he suddenly had a change of heart 10 years later.
Yeah.
I can only assume that I mean, from what it sounds like, he's working on a cure for it. I don't think there's a cure for growing bones out of your forehead, right? Like, that's not a thing that can happen. There's no thing I can just take and they fall off and I look like I did before.
So then, did you notice our partner's new additions to her face? Venice?
I did, yes, and I was gonna talk to her about it because, you know, I can give her some pointers like, hey, here's how to best take care of them or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I assume your family's doing something to these poor, misguided mutant people who are just walking there. But, I mean, Cormac, were you like in any meetings or anything? Like, did they say, do they have any, like, what are they planning? What are they doing? Do you remember anything, or were you present for any of that?
I remember being in meetings. I don't remember exactly what they were planning, but I remember it being enough for me to want to get out.
Can I have you roll a history check? Both of you can.
That's a 13.
13? Okay,
And I got a 17.
wonderful. Dot, you remember a little bit more. You remember them talking about that, more about this cure suddenly comes back to you that they're working on. That they are looking, of course, to cure it, possibly reverse it, but more importantly, something to completely prevent it, so that your crowd could have it and be free to kind of go wherever they wanted and find more places to like set up shop in, now that they don't have to worry about losing their humanity. They can go out, claim new area, kick other people out. There's like some land grabbing going on here. Cormac, what you do remember, as much as you've probably tried to block out, you can remember in some of those early meetings, you remember a specific one when you were like 20. You remember the meeting, all of these screens, and you remember them talking about trying to get weapons back online.
Right.
And that's kind of all you remember. You remember that was part of that conversation. A lot of other horrible things happened after that. You've tried to forget most of it. But that is something else that you remember of that.
I relay this.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, Impala digests all that. Just okay. Thank you for telling me, of course. I do want to let you know that I personally think, and this kind of lines up with what you're telling me, that they're putting a lot more personnel into like Yellowstone and Cheyenne, these areas, a bigger military presence, because I think they're getting ready for like a visit. I think someone's gonna come down and needs that sort of protection. I mean, I can't, I don't know who, maybe I'm just overthinking it, maybe, of course, why,
Can we do an insight check on this unsurety or whatever? Or
yeah,
is it-
absolutely.
Oh, okay. So a 14.
A 14, as she's kind of like trying to like backpedal, like start stuttering, you think genuinely she doesn't want to like stress you guys out.
I'm gonna put my hand on her hand
Mhm.
and just say, it's just best we know so we can be ready instead of, I don't know. Like, we're not kids anymore, we can handle it.
Gotcha. Wonderful. Man, this sucks. This is bad. This isn't fun. She looks at her mask, which is in her hands, and she goes, I think we should probably join the party again. We've been up here for a little while, and I don't want to have anyone think that we're like doing anything cohorty or suspicious or anything. And she just goes to like put her mask back on.
You don't have to wear that. You're in good company.
She looks at you. She pulls it off for a second. I look at you and she says, Alex, I love you so much. I don't know you anymore.
Oh my god.
And she puts her mask back on.
Yeah.
And she goes to enter the party. You guys see the rest of you. What do we see downstairs with Percy, Letty, and Scarab and Venice fucking doing some other shit in the corner? I'm sure.
No.
I feel like I'm probably showing him my fire hand,
Mhm.
trying to like punch it to activate it.
Yeah, and he's looking at it, he's like, oh, so how long does it take rat food to do like this kind of stuff? Like how much do you know how it works? Like is there
I have
anything in
no
here?
idea. I've literally never used it yet. I'm just waiting for someone to punch.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, listen, I have a bag full of wires. If any of these can help you, take them.
For free?
Well, you can take some of them, not all of them. I still gotta have a job to do.
Okay. I'll take some of them
Take some
for
of them.
free.
Wonderful. You guys, you see Impala, Dot, and Cormac re-enter from upstairs. And you see Impala goes over to Venice and just begins to have like quiet little conversation with her. You guys kind of just re-enter the party.
I'm trying to vibe check Cormac and Dot right now. How are they looking?
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Vibe check.
And then Dot, I'll have you roll a deception check.
8.
Can I also do that?
Yeah, go for it.
What'd you get, Michaela?
16.
Yeah, Michaela sees it. I rolled a 9.
What? You beat me by 1?
I know.
Man.
Dot, what does Letty see when you come down the stairs?
I think I don't know. I personally don't think Dot has the best poker face whatsoever.
We rolled a 9. So
Yeah. So I think you would notice me trying really hard not to look a little, I don't know, discouraged and disappointed. You would see me overcompensating for that because then as soon as I come downstairs, I'm going to beeline to go into literally any other room and start reading my ABBA discography book.
And Cormac has gone white as a sheet.
Oh, I think Letty's been playing with her like cool bracer scope thing and just like looks at you through it and just like sees directly into your soul. So I know something's up with you guys, but I think I'm gonna give you your space in this one. This just seems like like we'll leave that alone. We'll unpack that later.
yeah. Impala gets on with her little conversation with Venice. She walks over to where you guys have all these wires. She goes, "Oh, what are we working on over here? We've got more wires going on. Yeah, are we building something? Are we building bombs? What are we doing?"
I'm not doing anything. What do we need right now? Trying to make like a doorbell.
We need one of them like Nest cameras so that we can see what's going on
Yes.
outside.
I want to try to make and one of those iPhone watches. What are they called? An Apple Watch.
Okay.
Like, or you should make the watches that are in the Spy Kids movies. Those are better.
Can I make? Oh my gosh! Can I make a little bug like the one that Jeannie has?
I would love for you 2 things. I need you to roll your sleight of hand tinkering. I also need you to roll a perception check.
Oh. Okay. That's
Yoda's gonna be
one.
Okay, which one do you want that for?
No, I'll do tinkering.
Okay.
And perception. That's my third 5 of the day. So in total it's 14.
Okay. Cool. You are working on, you're like, I want to make a little bug helper friend. Is gonna be able to help me do tinkering. It can maybe also be my attack dog. This would be perfect.
I'm trying to use that as a reference.
Gotcha. You take 2 wires, you look at them very, very hard. You look at the rest of the stuff that Scarab has brought. You just see a bunch of wires. And you're like, oh, there it is. There's the whole shell that I'm gonna do. We got this. You put 100% of your brain power into this. You're getting help. Scarab's like an extra set of hands for you. You're all working. And at the very end, you definitely have a light switch.
Nice. I made something out of a nat 1 still.
You found an old light switch and you put some wires into that.
Yes.
And it works.
Didn't say that.
Oh, okay. I'm a freaking genius.
It flips up and down and you're like, ah, yes.
Look what I did.
Whoa,
I know. It moves.
that's so cool.
Impala looks at you and she's like, nice. It looks really good.
Thank you. We could use it as a doorbell.
Love it. I love it. It goes.
What about the perception check?
Yeah, it was fine.
Oh, do I get anything from it?
Nope, everything's fine.
I don't like that answer.
That's okay. Cool. It is nighttime. It's nighttime. It is the end of Christmas, finally. Impala and Scarab will kind of like make, if you allow them to stay, we'll kind of just like set up shop in like a chairs over the side, kind of leave you guys your space.
For a big mat in the middle of the room instead. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could stay for sure.
Cool, awesome. Wonderful. You guys have a good night's sleep, wake up, feel well rested. And yeah, in the morning they kind of look at you like, okay, we can like get you some breakfast, but we'll probably get moving pretty quick here.
Headed to next.
We'll kind of keep going south for a little bit. We will swing by Cheyenne, see what we can figure out there, see if we can still get in or not. Yeah, and then we will kind of keep doing our loop that we do. Yeah, they go to make some breakfast. Impala's in the kitchen. And can I have Cormac roll a perception check, please?
Yeah. Perception check. 16.
16? Cormac,
Yeah.
you notice,
I have eyes that can see.
yeah, you notice Scarab is like kind of awkwardly like hovering around you. Like he wants to like ask you something, but like he's not like initiating anything. Like he's just like awkwardly like kind of keeps like almost approaching it, then just like finds anything else interesting around you.
Can I help you?
It's like, I was just looking around real quick. Can I kind of just like talk to you for a second?
For a second?
Yeah, do you mind if we like step outside for like a second?
Roll an insight check on that, Steven?
Go for it. Go for it.
That one.
Cool, we rolled 17. Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to ask you a question.
All right, sure.
Front door or back door, though?
That's up to you.
Hey.
And he's like, yeah, cool. You step outside for a second.
I keep like a 2-foot distance from him.
Oh yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
establishing a perimeter.
He's like wringing his hands. He's obviously like super nervous about whatever he's about to.
All right, what's your 20?
Okay. I don't know how to like do this like correctly. I don't think there is anymore. I don't think there's any way to do this correctly. And I have to ask a favor of you, Cormac. And I need to ask it of Dot as well, but I could barely get you to talk anyway, so I'll ask her separately. It's okay, it's a favor, it's a request, kind of. So you know Amala, right? You guys, you know her very well, right?
We have history.
Cool. So listen, since we found out that you are alive. Congratulations. She has told me like a lot about you guys and like how you guys grew up, and you know, I mean, my heart goes out to you. You know, it's been very tough living like that. You are probably the person that knows her the best of anyone like around that I'm asking. He pauses for another second, takes a deep breath. He takes off his mask, which is brand new. You see, he's like mid-40s, very like sallow face, graying hair. He looks at you with complete kind of almost not desperation, but he's looking at you like he's trying to like look through you to like your soul. He's like, I am asking for your blessing.
Oh.
Blessing.
Your blessing. Cormac. You see, Amala and I love her more than life itself.
Oh.
I don't know if this is how you should do it. You're the only person who would know her this well. And I mean, she's her own woman. She can do whatever she wants. I'm asking, I'm spending the rest of my life with her, okay?
Does she know that?
God, I hope so.
Okay.
You know, I'm going to ask her marry me, obviously. I don't know if she even does that at all, if she wants to do anything. I'm just asking for your blessing as the only other person who knows who she is.
I mean, I know who she is. The buck stops there. Have you talked to her?
Of course, Cormac. We've spent the last 3 years, the two of us, just traveling together, okay?
Has anything ever gone past traveling?
Cormac, honey. He first like,
Explored the West, but have you explored each other?
Nice.
he is like bright red. He's like, are you
And have you talked about your feelings with her?
Of course we have. Of course we have. And like, listen.
Does she feel the same way?
I mean, I hope so, because Cormac, I'm more asking you this is just if there's anything else. It's a formality. I want to do this right. And since she found out you guys are alive again, you've been like everything that she wants to see you again. She wants to apologize. I don't know if she even did anything wrong, but you're the most important people in her life.
Really?
Of course.
Well, you should talk to Dot, but if you think that this is something she would want, then I guess that would be all right.
That would be all right. Do I, Cormac?
Okay. You have my blessing, Scarab.
Thank you. He moves towards you to go hug you. He's like,
I hold out my hand.
okay. No, that's fine. You don't know who I am. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about all this. This is
Don't be sorry.
I don't know what I'm doing.
No, none of us do. It just took me a little off guard.
Yeah, I figured. All right, we'll see how this goes with your sister. All right, be right back.
Good luck, partner.
He walks back in. Everyone can see he puts his mask back on before he walks back in. He walks back in. You guys don't have to roll an insight to know this is the most uncomfortable this man has ever felt in his whole life. He's like full, like shoulders up, fist out. He's like, Dot, may I have a word?
Is his mask back on?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I guess. I get it.
Cool. He walks way more determinedly out the other door.
And I'm still outside.
You are fully still
Just
outside.
left me there.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess I follow him then.
Yeah, and he's like, Dot, all right, I got most of my nervousness out of the way. I already asked your brother. I am here on this day asking for your blessing. I am trying to ask the wonderful Amala to marry me in whatever sense of marriage there still is in this godforsaken place. I'm you got any I listen, I'm in a rough spot right now. Whatever you got, you know.
First off, I can't believe you already asked my brother because he had the literal biggest crush on her. So, broke his heart. So, just know that.
He's like, oh, I messed up. Oh, I messed up by asking him first. Oh my god. Oh my god, he'll never forgive me.
Yeah, he'll just forget. It's okay. Can I'm gonna look him dead in the eye. I'm gonna
Mhm.
ask, are your intentions good? And I would like to roll an insight check.
Yeah, go for it. And he says, of course, absolutely.
I rolled a 21.
He seems so genuine. This looks like a man, he's in his 40s. His first time finding anybody at all. He has no idea what to do with this love that he has in him, that he's frazzled, but he's genuine.
Shit, dog. Okay. I'm just gonna stare at him for a little bit, just to intimidate him a little bit.
Gotcha.
You know, we're gonna act like this has been like a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, okay. As long as we are invited, if there is even a ceremony.
We will definitely try to have you there. I cannot promise where we will be and where you will be,
Yeah.
but we will try our very hardest to have you there.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. Sometimes it's just the right time, the right moment. But like, you gotta have a dance. We have to have a dance. And I would like to officiate the wedding if possible. So, because clerics are kind of religious.
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah. And I look him straight in the eye still and say, okay, Scarab, you have my blessing. I almost forgot his name for a second, so that's why it took me a second.
He moves up to hug you as well.
Don't.
He's like, I got it. Don't worry.
I will go for a fist bump
Gotcha.
and turkey him. Yeah.
He says, wow, okay. Thank you, Dot, so much.
Are you gonna hit it right now, or are you gonna wait?
I'm not. I listen, I spent all of my energy today just working up to just ask you guys for a blessing. Like I need a full like I haven't like I kind of have a plan, but at the same time like I kind of don't because I want to make it perfect. But like
Oh my god,
it's
what's
gonna
up? What's your plan? Oh my god. You have to tell me. You have to.
you know like you know, it's gonna be like, oh, maybe like we're stop somewhere, and I'm like, oh, I have to tie my shoe, well, and then I get up and I'm like, hey, marry me, you know. But as you know, I want to be like more romantic, like, you know, like I would love to like, you know, maybe I'll find somebody who's like really pretty and be like, you know, what else is gorgeous? You, that's dumb. Oh no.
And on your shoulder or on Scarab's shoulder, and I'm just like, I'm sure if she really loves you, no matter what you do will mean a whole lot to her, as long as you don't kneel down and tie your shoe and then propose. Anything but that.
Okay. Cool.
And I open the door for him and usher him in. Unless he has something else.
Nope, he doesn't.
Then
Cool, absolutely. Everyone else can see it. You don't have to roll. Everyone can see how incredibly flustered Scarab is. You don't have to see his face. You know, through just body language, you're like, oh, this man is out of it.
I give him the thumbs up.
He's shaking. But yeah, you guys all have a very nice breakfast together. And then at the end of that, let's go, okay, well, we had better be off before, you know, we actually stick around too long. We don't want to make sure good old T-Bone over there doesn't fucking catch wind that we were here without saying hi to him. But yeah, wonderful to see everybody again. Thank you for having us, I guess. And a Merry Christmas, you know?
Glad you couldn't make it. Oh my goodness, it was so fun to see you again.
I know, you know, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Maybe, eventually.
I hope so.
Yeah, they go around, they kind of like say like some goodbyes. Impala, of course, gives both the siblings a really big hug. Scarab leaves with you, Percy, a whole fucking rat's nest of wires that he had. Letty Impala also like gives you just like a squeeze on the upper arm. Gives you a smile, and they leave. They walk out.
Can I run outside real quick?
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut the door behind me and like not yell. How far away would they be?
How fast after they leave do you do this?
Like a few minutes, probably.
A few minutes. I mean, you can still like see them. They aren't trotting. Like they're just walking out of here.
I'm gonna yell Amala's name and I'm gonna run up to her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask her again what she refused to answer last night that Cormac asked. I forgot what he asked though.
Bro, me too.
All I said was that she didn't have to wear a mask
No, there's something
around
else.
us.
Or maybe I don't know, maybe I did ask it. I'm gonna ask her why she wasn't more upfront last night about like what's up with our parents or like what our dad is saying and stuff.
You run out. She takes a second, like kind of reorients. She was I've heard horrible things, you know, with you guys since leaving you guys. His messages that he's put out trying to find you are horrifying. You aren't people to him. You're just property, and it kills me to hear it. If he's back in the area, I myself would put my body between you and him. I don't want you to go through that again.
Do you think maybe him and Mom are gonna be in the Yellowstone area, and that's why there is so many militants going to that area?
What you've told me, I think that there's going to be like a meeting of the minds. I think they're planning something, and it's not good. It's going to be, they're going to hurt a lot more people, I think.
Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to stop.
She giggles, she puts a hand on your shoulder, and she says, you don't have to. You can just be a person. No, you don't have, you aren't tied to him anymore. You don't have to be.
But if he's going to be hurting a lot of people and I know about that, why would I just stand by knowing that information and let it happen?
She tightens her hand on your shoulder. She goes, it looks like I raised a great young woman.
And I hug her and I kiss her cheek, or her whatever.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah. She cups your face with your hand for a second. She says, all right, now let me run away again.
Okay, well, I really hope to see you soon.
I will see you again, I promise.
Okay. And then I'm gonna wink at Scarab.
He yeah. He goes, uh-huh. Yeah, and they continue moseying their way out there.
And I'm gonna watch them walk away.
All right. Cool, we return to the house. I'm sure, Dot, you return at some point. You're a little cold.
I sit outside until I get hypothermia.
All right, Dot dies. Cool, eventually Dot returns. Go for it. And yeah, the house is just kind of quiet again. Can everyone roll a perception check for me?
23.
22.
Ooh.
13.
Gotcha.
5.
Oh, fuck you guys.
I got bitch in perception, man.
Oh, 25. I thought you just said 5.
Oh no, 25.
Again?
Got those thick ass glasses.
Your eyes are just like.
Scripted or something. Jeez.
It's a couple days later after Paul and Scarab leave. Y'all just move around doing your whatever you do on the daily, you know. I'll be able, mess around with like your presents that you got and everything. Percy, you're the first one to notice it. You are like messing around with the wires. You smell something. It smells like smoke.
First, I check to make sure it's not something I'm messing with. I check the wires. I check my hand.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like, you know what like a Percy fire smells like, right? There's certain chemicals involved. You know what that smells like.
And then I check my chemicals, and then I check my bombs, and then I check my apron.
All clear.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, you smell smoke. And then as you kind of like perk up to Dot and Letty, you also begin to smell it.
What's
Look
that?
outside. See if there's some smoke.
Okay. Look out the window.
Who set a bag of poop on fire?
uh, out the window, we'll still use your 25. They rolled really well. But in the window, you see in the night, sprinting back,
No.
a small little body, sprinting back home. Not Tarek.
Isaac.
And that smell of smoke is getting stronger. And you start to look. And eventually,
The kid next door with a cigarette.
it leads you over to the shed, which is on fire.
Oh,
Our shed?
Or your shed, your garage.
the one with the car in it?
Yeah.
No.
The motorcycles are in there too?
Ah,
Mhm.
get-
I forgot about those.
Isaac is running away.
Is it Isaac? Is it Isaac? Maybe it's a little bigger than Isaac. Maybe that's Lee. It's one of
I'm,
them.
I'm running out the door.
Oh,
Where are you running to?
I'm
Yeah.
chasing him down.
We follow you.
I was gonna say
He has a very big head start on you. You know, chasing him, he will probably, as you meet him, you will be back more on Tarek's side of town.
I don't care.
Letty, shoot him.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got my night vision goggles and
Uh-huh.
I've got ensnaring strike. Can I try and do like non-lethal damage and just kind of try and pin him down?
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Okay. Feel bad for shooting at this kid, but not the motorcycles. That is gonna be 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Oh, I have 2 attacks.
Okay, go for it.
All right. Ooh, how about does a 17 hit?
A 17 does hit.
Oh, okay. Been rolling bad today, so 17 hits. You want me to roll damage on him, or I'm just trying to?
Yeah, I do.
Oh no.
How on fire is the fire? Like, don't jump in fire, or like just starting fire?
You have caught it pretty early with your really high perception checks, but you do see that there had been stuff planted there to make this fire go up faster, which is a perception check that you had failed earlier in this session.
I'm just gonna yell backwards as I'm running, like, salvage, check for salvage, check for anything, take anything out you can.
I'm coming with you, dude. You're not going alone into this.
Ew.
Alright,
The
I was-
rest of us will take care of it. We're gonna make Aloe push the bikes out with us.
You're making you go in.
He doesn't get to eat for free.
Why? Why are you so mean, kid?
Cool.
I'm the second nicest person to him.
Yeah, you run out. Go ahead. For anyone trying to fight this fire, I need to roll a Constitution check. Cormac, you are of course aware of all of this.
Yeah, of course.
Is Aloe doing it?
That's an 18.
18, wonderful.
I got a 4.
4, gotcha.
I'm a
Cool.
cleric.
Aloe, Dot, and Cormac all start kind of fighting this fire, trying to grab stuff out of there. Cormac, you were able to kind of grab, like, get the back of the van open, at least grab a bike, throw it out. Dot and Aloe, you kind of run. You run kind of more inside, like a little bit, like trying to like get stuff unlocked, get everything going. This fire starts spreading really fast. You're fucking lucky. You and Aloe both take 10 poison damage. Fucking smog, I don't know, and smoke. As you guys kind of, this fire starts spreading very, very fast. The heat begins to hit you. You're now kind of in a smaller space with this fire. You guys rolled so fucking low. You get trapped for a second between the car and all this fire, which is now being spread like up around you. You're about to get trapped inside of this place. What are you doing?
I am gonna. We can't even grab anything at this point. We're just.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Aloe's hand, and I'm gonna pull him towards the direction in which I think is out. So.
Gotcha. Make another Constitution check. Oh, Aloe.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. I need to make a. Baby boy Aloe definitely roll a 2. He's not looking great right now.
But I was hanging on to him. Can I just drag him out?
Oh, you are. It's just that he's still getting hurt.
Oh no. Shut up.
No,
Don't.
Regan, no.
Dare.
No.
Shut
I
up.
don't know how to do math. I don't know how to do math.
Kill you.
Okay, we'll do it wrong then for sure.
Regan, I will drive to your house right now.
I'll also drive to your house right now.
Okay, cool. We're doing fine.
Everybody meet up at Reed's. They hang out and have fun and beat up Reed. Unless Aloe burns to death, in which case, party.
Cool. Aloe takes another 25 points of damage.
Oh no!
So much.
He's not looking good. Dot, as you pull him out, we're gonna have you take half of that. So that will be 12 points of damage.
You gabbered your last ghoul, Regan talk.
And the shed, the unattached garage, begins to really just go up in flames.
Thank goodness that's an unattached garage.
Oh shit. Holy shit. We really did need that attached garage in the flat first place. Fucking garage. So do I do anything? Can I still get us out? Like,
Yeah, no, you absolutely can pull him out.
Okay.
Yeah, you both go. He looks a little rough. A little rough right now.
No.
But yeah, at this point, the garage is going to mostly be gone. Cormac, anything else you'd like to get one more action is Dot pulls Aloe out. As well as anyone else who's trying to pull anything out of the
What is
garage.
okay? Can I just roll Constitution? You can tell me what I can grab.
Yeah, absolutely.
'Cause I don't know what's in the garage. That's nat 2.
Grab
Cormac,
this.
you
With my modifier, 3.
with the 3. Cormac, you were in the back of the van. You threw one bike out and you got that safe. As you go to move another one, you can see the flames kind of going around. Like now it's kind of in front of you. You're like, shit.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it's time for you to go.
I saved a bike and some burns.
Exactly. We will. That's cocked. Thank God it is. Cool. As you get out of there, we'll take. You take 5 damage as you
No.
just get out of there.
No,
Which-
I'm so awesome for that.
And yeah, so at this point, Percy and Letty, anything you guys would like to do? You're just chasing after Lee.
Chasing.
Jason, gotcha. Cool. So at this point, the garage is lost. So you managed to save 1 bike. Base your constitution checks or how fast that fire was going to spread. And with lower was going to be super fast. And unfortunately, y'all rolled real fucking bad.
How many people can fit on a bike?
2 at max.
All right.
What if we like, really like cuddle or something?
Yeah, we don't need like aloe.
You can build so many sidecars,
And
guys.
Venice can run alongside.
Percy and Letty, you ensnaring strike. Lee, was there a save you had to do for ensnaring strike?
Oh yeah. I believe it's strength saving throw against my spell save DC, which is 14.
Cool. He does not make it. Cool. So you ensnaring strike him. He basically is brought to the ground by this arrow. So you guys are able to catch up with him before he makes it back to Tarek's place.
I'm gonna run up and sit on him so he can't try to struggle.
Gotcha.
Like-
You restrain him.
Yeah.
Wonderful. He's struggling under you, but he also has this really hurt foot.
Who it is, Lee?
It is Lee.
Ah,
I was
How
thinking he was.
close are we? Yeah, like where are we at relative to Tarek's house? Like how close are we?
You aren't like in like the front yard or anything like that. You can see it from here, but you see like just like down the block like a little bit. You're a safe distance still.
Okay. Kid, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did you just set our house on fire?
No, I didn't. I set your garage on fire.
watch it,
You
Bill.
bugger. Okay, you're sassy and I can respect that, but what the heck? What are you doing? Why?
I had to. I don't know. I'm sorry.
But did Tarek make you do this?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Why?
Because he hates you.
For what?
Everything.
Why is he setting our place on fire? Does he want to try and drive us out or literally kill us?
Oh, you're going where everyone else goes.
What do you mean by that?
He on the ground, he twists his head to look back at the buildings. And you see the second house. You see the light like go out in there. And you can also see Tarek in his own house silhouetted in a light. Just kind of standing menacingly as he does. And he says, yeah, it's bad. It's so bad. It's really bad. I'm really sorry. It's not good here. You should have left a while ago.
Why are you doing this? Why are you specifically following this guy when he's a freaking prick?
I don't have any choice.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Why don't you?
Because he will hurt me. Like you did.
Like I did.
Points to his ankle where the arrow's fucking sticking out of it.
In all fairness, we didn't know it was you. But
Yeah,
yeah.
we thought it was the little one.
Look, can I hand him a couple of berries?
I don't want this.
It'll help your fucking ankle. Like, so are you safe at home? Like, are you okay with him? Because if you want to get out of there, we will help you.
I don't want you to help me. I'm okay.
No, you're not.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, go for it.
Please be good. 14.
A 14. He looks confused and angry, but mostly hurt. You know that he's scared of Tarek. We also know that obviously he stuck around for a couple of years looking after his kid. You think he has a very strong attachment to his kid? He's probably very scared of leaving him.
It's scary to leave things that are familiar to you. It's the only thing that you've known. And when you're in a bad situation, it can be really hard to know what a good situation looks like.
I want get off me. You have to get off me right now.
No. In fact, we're gonna heal you. We're gonna take you back to our house. We're taking this arrow out of your freaking ankle.
I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream for Tarek, and he's gonna come here and he's gonna hurt you.
Then he'll know that we know exactly who did that to us. And we have something that he wants, which is you.
Let us help you.
I don't want you to. I've been rolling for this guy to save against your goddamn restraint. He hasn't rolled above a 7 this entire time.
It's a really good arrow.
Counterpoint, child.
Yeah, I do feel bad for
Should be rolling at disadvantage at least.
maybe we should let him go. He's old enough to make his own choices. Like, he knows that we are here to help him if he needs it. If we force him to do something against his will, are we any better than Tarek? I mean, we're cooler for sure and better people, but like
Put it like that, damn.
He literally burned our garage and our transportation.
oh shit, you're right.
Don't you want some sort of something from that?
This is a kid, though. It's Tarek. It's him that we're after. This kid is not.
He's a bargaining chip.
Fair enough. Hey, I'll trust your instincts on this one.
Man, what do I want to do?
We can't take Tarek alone if he starts running after us, the two of us. And I don't. I've got -1 to strength to this, so we'll we'll see. I don't know. This might not be the right time for this.
Fine, we can let him go. Maybe an arrow to the ankle is enough of a warning to not fuck with us. But I mean, he already did his damage. He probably did exactly what he wanted to do.
Yeah. That was some cool motorcycles. Now we're I'm gonna pull the arrow out his foot because I need that for later. Pull the arrow out of his foot. Hand him a couple of berries. Get out of here, kid.
He kind of just stands there, like looking at these berries in his hand. He looks up at you again. He's like, I don't want this. He dumps them on the ground.
Idiot.
Fine. That's okay. That's you. Know that they do restore 1 hit point per berry. But if you don't want them, that's on you. We're gonna go check on the house and our friends that we care about, our family. Make sure they're okay from this damage that you did. But
I
if
thought
we
you were a
need
good
it,
person, Lee. Really thought you were a good person.
You're wrong. I'm not a person.
What are you?
Just
robot?
here. I'm not a robot, unfortunately. I'm just here.
You
What
should
are you-
stop acting like a robot then.
Get that boy on escitalopram. Stat.
he's gonna need a couple more of those. Come on, Percy, let's get out of here.
I mean, a part of me really wants to just like bring him up to Tarek's porch and just like deliver him with a message. But let's just go.
Help you carry him if you want, but that's a lot closer to his house than I feel great about being.
Fine, we can just let him go.
Watch him on the way back.
Mm,
Turn around. Perception check.
hate that.
24.
Oh, another 5.
Gotcha.
14.
14. Awesome.
Wow, damn, girl.
Letty, you're able to stop it before it happens. You turn around, you take a couple steps, you hear footsteps sprinting up behind you, and you manage to look around in time to stop a dagger from going into Percy's back.
I punched him straight in the face.
You
You
punch the
do that,
dagger.
he falls to the ground.
Is it Lee or Tarek?
It's Lee. But Percy, there's a single shot that rings out from a person shooting very far away. Oh, Percy, Percy, Percy.
What? What's happening? I didn't do anything.
Oh no.
You hear glass shatter from a window across the way.
I fucking know. I know.
And you
What's happening?
take
What's happening?
you take 13 piercing damage as you are struck. As Letty takes Lee to the ground with the way cleared, Tarek has a straight shot at you. You take 13 damage from his rifle.
This is my second time being shot.
Oh my lord. Are you okay?
And with that, as I've been rolling the whole time, as the flames of the garage lick up near the second story of the house, threatening for it to catch fire, Tarek reloads his gun, And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight.
No, I need to fight him. I need to fight him right now.
Yay.
Oh, I know Rollins is gonna be pissed. Rollins is gonna want to tear some ass right now.